Rent control is bad for a multitude of reasons. What really makes it a bad idea is it really shrinks down the absolute amount of housing you can have in a community.
Well, rent control basically does the exact opposite of what it's expected to do. It makes availability of units lesser and drives the cost of existing housing up.
Rent control is not a great idea at all for Chicago or Illinois, simply because it's going to deteriorate existing housing availability and affordability.
Practically what it does is keep rents stable while the cost of the operation of the building continues to rise, whether it be water bills rising at 105% over the last 5 years, whether it be the taxes going up.
We're already paying a lot of taxes on the south and the west side, and so everyone will have to take another hit with that.
There will be massive restrictions on the owners and landlords of the properties. They won't be able to take care of the property because the income generating rents will be more restrictive and therefore will cause less reinvestment in all of these properties.
With me having rent control, I would not be able to do the type of things that the building needs to have done.
Housing stock in Chicago on average is from the 1930s, and from the 1930s until today, most of those buildings have been, a modicum of rehab has been done to them.
But to fix it up the way that it needs to be fixed for today's standards, it would not happen.
I think a lot of people see rent control as this quick fix Band-Aid, as a way to increase affordable housing.
I think there's some 40 cranes up around Chicago right now, building brand new housing for the most part, which would dry up.
Any municipality or state that has rent control currently has seen so many problems.
It helps a very few limited people right off the bat, but in the long run it affects negatively everyone.
Many of those smaller landlords and housing providers have thrown up their hands and said, we cannot cover our mortgage, we can't cover our utilities, our property taxes have increased, so we have to sell.
These are all very risky propositions that frankly proponents of the rent control proposal really haven't fully thought out, but I will tell you that Illinois Realtors are asking the tough questions.